First and foremost, when I give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushua, Ba'asham Rakah Kodash. We say double honor to the apostles and elders of great most rule well, our teachers in this truth. We say salutations to all the Akim to the pushing wood and all truth and sincerity, day in and day out, constantly in season, the season. We say Shalom. Right, so let's go into this this one precept here. This is Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. It say, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yeah, so I know it's something we just mentioned, and something that you should always keep in your mind, that you work out your salvation with fear and trembling, day in, day out. Because at the end of the day, you working out your own salvation, you're not working out anybody else's own, right? So you got to push to the hardest that you could go, right? And do the best of your ability that you could go. Because at the end of the day, there's no one that could save you but yourself. Meaning that you have to, no one could do the work for you. You have to work for you, right? Because it is the same way someone else, the same way my brother would be working out his own salvation with fear and trembling. He have to focus on himself in a way that he trying to make it to the kingdom. He kingdom mindset. It's the same way with you. Have to be on that same level, same level of thinking, same level of mindset that you trying to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. Now it say, wherefore my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence. So yeah, so not always in the presence, meaning that it is showing. But what the Lord was saying, what I was saying here was, but now much more in my absence, meaning that the time not just show for showing sake, but it's also saying the absence, meaning that when nobody are wrong, that you don't want to be seen then. That you're pushing still the same level, right? So that is the way that it should be. Because if you're working out your salvation with fear and trembling, it doesn't matter who are wrong here or who not there. You will still be working out your salvation with fear and trembling. You'll still be pushing to the hardest that you can. A good example like that is like brothers who be by themselves, brothers who be alone. The scriptures mention that two is better than one. And a brother being by himself and pushing hard. It's just a beautiful example to show you that these men working on the salvation, fear and trembling, and it doesn't matter if they're by themselves or they are wrong somebody. They're still doing what is supposed to be done, right? And the same way we ourselves should do the same. Because all of us want to be saved, but you have to be working out your salvation with fear and trembling, meaning that with all reverence, Because the scripture says the beginning of wisdom and the beginning of knowledge as well is fear in the Lord. You understand? So all that take place. And if you fear the Lord and you know what the Lord going to do, then you're supposed to know that you're supposed to be sincere to this word. Right? It says, for it is good, for it is God which worketh in you both to will to do of his good pleasure. It said, do all things without murmurings and disputings. So yeah, so it doesn't if you work on the fear and your salvation, fear and trembling, the things that you're going to do for the Lord, you wouldn't murmur, you wouldn't dispute the matter. Even if somebody come to tell you, hey, you have to push harder, it's because they're seeing where we're faltering. So don't dispute, don't murmur against that manner. At the end of the day, you're working to be saved. So it doesn't matter what it is you have to do for the Lord. Do it. Don't question it. Don't murmur. Don't murmur. Don't do these things. Just do what you're supposed to do for the Lord, and do it with sincerity as well. It says that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation among you, ye shine as lights in the world. That heavy too, because in a place full of darkness, we is the light. And we have to show the light as well. We have to show that we is the light as well. You can't be doing things that the truth is doing. The scripture say be separate. So we is the light. And in order to be showing that light, doing this light, then you have to be in the word. As the scripture say, work out your own salvation. When you say work, that constant action you're doing, not just stopping. You're taking a rest. You're feeling to do it now. Take a rest from Esau work. but not the Lord. You understand? Because at the end of the day, this you have to put in your work to get a penny. You have to put in your work to reach the kingdom. Right? Don't feel you go and enter the kingdom and just you just enter there just so. Now you have to put in your work. Right? You have to put in your work. And that's how important it is. When you put in your work, it's because you're working out your salvation. You're just not working for nothing. And I think that is going majority. Men, while you're working for the Lord, plenty of men while looking for the Lord here, they ain't see no benefits, meaning that they ain't seeing money, they ain't seeing car, they ain't seeing this. But the scriptures mention that you have plenty to get in the kingdom. Things that they can't even imagine, you know. Just roughly paraphrasing, things that they can't even imagine that the Lord have waiting for you. Right? But and all these carnal stuff like cars, houses, all these things. These are things that will perish yet. Because we don't know, hey, soon to come, this world all these things gone melt and fervent heat. That is why we work for things in the kingdom, to make it into the kingdom. Because when that kingdom set, it's set forever. Right? So that is the same way it should be as well. And I say, even myself, I'll be, work out my salvation, fear and trembling. I'm constantly being that. Being this thing. Even as I'd say, not as in my presence only, but not now much more in my absence. Right? It says, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Mashiach, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. And that's what I was saying. That once you this labor you're paying out, these things that you're doing for the Lord, it's not in vain. You have something to receive. You understand? You have something to get. And that is when the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that day. And you know that's gonna be a glorious day. And you want to be you want to be with the Lord in that day. You want to be one of those chosen, because that kingdom gonna be set forever. Right? Let's read about that last. It says, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Mashiach, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. So some men lost the spirit, they lose the heat. It's because, as I said before, it are nothing. They ain't receiving something kindly right now, meaning that they ain't gain no money, they ain't gain car, they ain't gain this, they ain't gain that. You know? So they stop run, they drop out, they turn singers. Some men go and do something else. But all these things that they're going to do in the world are going to perish. That's why I pray the Lord that I stay to the end. But the Lord keep me straight to the end. You know? Because what is the Lord going to bring? It's going to be 100 times better than what He will receive in this world. Right? So let's jump back to verse 12. It says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence. They say, work out your salvation with fear and trembling. And I know every day you should be doing that, working out your salvation with fear and trembling. You know, so that we give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakodash. We said that when I said apostles and elders are great, most well. And salutations to the Akim, also they pushing the word on our truth, and sincerely day in and day out. You know, constantly in season and season, we say, Shalom.